We'd like to give a special thank you to PeteCoSupply.com for sponsoring our podcast.
Welcome to the Homestead Podcast. You are joining co-hosts Carol and Jamie of twogalshomesteading.com. If you found yourself here, that means you are ready to take responsibility for what you eat, your family's health, and your family's well-being while living a simpler life. You can do this and have fun, saving money along the way. Let them help you unleash the homesteader within. By doing more with less, you will gain what is needed to create confidence, impact, and change in your life and the lives around you. Let's start homesteading. Let's start now.
Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Carol.
So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is our last podcast for the year 2023.
Yes.
And so we thought we would just do a little quick year in review as far as products go that
we've used and
partner with
and endorse.
We are not monetized by these companies that we work with, and they just send us products and we just give our honest
and we may get
review.
a discount for you guys.
Yeah, we get a discount there. Yep.
On some of them.
So we thought we'd just come on and
say thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us ramble on and babble about this and that and what's going on in our lives.
Yeah.
For supporting us, growing a lot in this past year.
Oh yeah, our technique has gotten better somewhat.
Yeah.
Or semi more organized.
Yeah. Hope we are picking interesting topics for you guys to listen to and do a little bit of learning. We do want to thank PeteCoSupply.com for sponsoring our podcast, and they were on their second year.
They were our first year. Oh,
they're still here with us. So thank you, Ruth. Let's see, who else do we want to thank? We have Whirly Pop.
Whirly Pop.
Whirly Pop's gotten real popular in our house. I was just told we were supposed to thank our engineer. But I'm going to say no. Anyway, we want to talk about Whirly Pop. So Whirly Pop, and boy, we're
almost weekly.
Yeah, almost
when we
weekly.
Get together.
When we get together, we make popcorn now just about every single time.
Yes.
If we remember, sometimes we forget because we get too busy doing something else. But I bet we've probably missed twice since we've gotten them.
Yeah.
And when I say them, we actually have two of them. We have the stainless steel model and we have the aluminum model. And Jamie hasn't had a chance to try the
No, I haven't used them. You've done it all.
Yeah, I've done it all, but I did use the aluminum one to make my caramel corn.
Okay.
I popped the popcorn in there for my caramel corn. It works just as great as the stainless steel one.
Which is nice. I would have thought the aluminum one you might burn.
Nope, it did not. It popped beautifully for me. It worked just exactly the same as the stainless steel. I can't say that there's anything different
besides
functioning,
the weight.
But I mean the weight. There's definitely a weight difference, and the aluminum one's in Christmas red.
Matches your tablecloth here.
I like that. Other than that, and it has plastic gears.
Oh,
the aluminum one that we have versus the stainless steel has metal.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, it's a fantastic product. Love the popcorn. I had posted, I don't remember if it was on my dairy page, or if it was on our Two Gals Homesteading page on Facebook. But I had made popcorn and I had used vegetable oil. And, seed oils are not always the best for you or whatever. But I will tell you that using the vegetable oil and making popcorn like that reminded me of my childhood, because that's how my mom made popcorn with a popper similar to Whirly Pop. And it just brought back all those memories of growing up and mom making popcorn at the stove using something similar to a Whirly Pop or whatever. It was really kind of cool that I thought, man, I haven't tasted popcorn like that since I was a kid.
Yeah, it makes it because it brings back those memories. It takes, it even tastes better then.
Yeah, we've used ghee in there and butter. I think we used butter.
I don't know at all.
Yeah, we used coconut oil in it. We used coconut oil the first time we made it, and that worked great too. Yeah, it all works.
My mom used to pop it in popcorn in bacon grease.
Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. And we did order. I registered our 2 poppers, and when you register your popper with Whirly Pop, you get a bunch of free stuff.
Oh yeah,
they send you out the free kits, and those are sitting over there by my coffee maker. And there's a 25-year warranty on these things. So
that I didn't
worth
know.
Your money.
I didn't know that until you told me tonight.
Yep, and it's on all their poppers as far as I know. It doesn't matter if it's aluminum, stainless steel, whichever model that carries through for all of them. It's
something
wonderful.
You can pass down to your
get more free stuff. And then, of course, when you register, then a bunch of other stuff pops up. So I ended up buying another kit. And so we've got popcorn bowls and all kinds of stuff that we got.
Little goodies.
Yeah, extra little goodies. So if you're looking for a popcorn popper, I highly recommend you go to Whirly Pop.
And that's coming from somebody. You were an air fryer, not air fryer,
an air popper. Yep. I have the air popper that my parents gave Rich and I for Christmas the first year we were married. And it still works. It still works. And we've been married, 37 years, something like that, somewhere in that range. So it's now sitting
Dusty
on a shelf in my basement. Anyway, okay, enough about Whirly Pop. Okay, that was Whirly Pop. We just absolutely love the product. Yeah. And the next one, we got some products from 4 Jars.
Oh, so okay. That's a tough one between this and the Whirly Pop.
Now, Jamie loves her canning.
I love my canning. And I actually, because they sent us a lot. They sent us a big box.
Oh gosh, 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000.
It felt like it. Well, it was 100. It was 100 of regular, 100 wide, and then a jar of lids and rings, and then a 12 pack of each.
It was quite a bit because I sent some with Kelsey from dffarmstead.com. She took some.
I have used every regular lid that they gave us. Okay. And I've only had one lid that failed, and I think that was the jar issue. There was a nick on the jar. So it wasn't the lid. I think it was the jar. So far I've had 100% sealage.
Nice. Yep. I have 2. I haven't done as much canning as you. Yep. I still have quite a bit back there.
But then they sent us the waffle towels.
The waffle towels. Yes, you love those.
And then I went in and they were having a special on sale, something. And so I went in and bought 4 of them. And then they have a thing. As soon as you buy something, they offer you another deal.
Whirly Pop did the same thing to me.
And stuff. And so I bought another 8. I have 12 now, I think, which is great. During canning season, you're using them, between drying stuff, laying stuff out, washing vegetables and laying them on something and drying them. I was using them all the time during canning season. And I still do them. If I have dishes to lay out on my dish drainer's full, I'll lay them out. Or if they come out of the dishwasher still wet, I set them on one of the waffle weave towels to finish drying. So I use them all over.
All right.
But then their Black Friday, I just went in. So I was out of their regular lids. I was totally out of regular lids. So they had a Black Friday sale, and it was 200 regulars and 200 wide. So you had to buy the 400. I'm like, I don't need wides. I have lots of wides, but I thought it's the only way to get I nerded out there for about 10 minutes and like, which is cheaper? And it was like the 400 set was cheaper. And so it's like, okay.
Yeah. And they seem to be having specials quite often.
Yeah, I'm always getting emails.
Yeah, I get emails from them quite often. I haven't ordered anything in addition, but you also ordered their
seal jar, their jar sealer. It's a manual one, but it works with my food saver, my old food saver that I have. And I actually like their jar attachment much more than the food saver one. And I actually gave the food saver ones away. But I like that too.
You really like that. Okay. Anything else with 4 Jars? I think that's what they...
the timer.
And we got the timer, which runs during our podcast to keep us paying attention to how much time we're talking.
I know how much
we kind of forget.
We ramble.
And sometimes it goes off and we just keep talking. We just ignore it. But it's a cute little pot, little timer thing.
My grandkids think it's a toy.
Well, it does look like a toy, but it's kind of fun. Let's talk just a tad bit about Mud Mixer. Now, that's an odd product for us.
We need to have the producer talking about that because you guys did it.
We did. We used it. We put a pad down in front of our dairy barn. We had one half was done, and on the other part, and of course weeds grow through it and all that kind of stuff. So Rich wanted to replace that, and so we did lay that. We probably laid it a little late.
Yeah, because it was season. Cold. Yeah, it was getting cold.
It was cold. We'll see how well it holds up. But as far as the mud mixer goes, that was
doing
fun.
It was
that
easy.
Was easy to do. I mean, I have laid concrete. I've done that as a child with my dad. Did all the work himself. Well, our family did.
Yeah.
And I've done it the old-fashioned way, where we add the sand and the rock and the water and the cement and all of that, and mix it in a mixer. Dad had a mixer with a motor on it. And Rich says it's tub style, and that's how we did it. And we we laid lots of concrete that way. And this was so much easier. Just throw the bag in, it ripped the bag open for you, and water automatically went in. Rich had to do some adjusting to make sure we were getting the right consistency. But other than that, it was really, really
That'll
easy.
be sweet out here.
Yes, and we've already figured out several other places where we're going to be using it, primarily in the dairy barn.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Half a yard in 35 minutes. It's very fast, and yeah, it worked really, really slick. That's Mud Mixer. So that's a mudmixer.com, Rich is telling me. So make sure you check that out. And then we got cast iron from UPan. That's out of
New Zealand.
New Zealand, I believe. Yep. It's a
That's
great little pan.
Very heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy. It's easy to clean.
Yeah.
And you know what it does when you put sausage on there, like here in the United States anyway.
We call them sausages, not bangers.
Yeah.
We learned.
Lots of times your bratwurst is curved, and when you put in that pan, it straightens it out. I don't know how it does it. but it's just an interesting, and your sausage doesn't roll away from you on the grill.
Yeah.
We've used
they don't fall through the grates.
Yeah, it doesn't fall through the grates. So it's a great concept for a pan. We've used it for
poppers,
jalapeno poppers, meatballs. And I don't remember what they were called, but it was a chicken tenderloin wrapped in bacon.
Oh,
and
okay.
I did that. That was, you guys were in Sturgis at that time, I believe. And I had done that, and that worked really well for that too. But I'm still trying to figure out other ways to.
What else you can do with it?
On their website, they have not pigs in a blanket.
Toads.
Toad in a hole.
Yeah.
Which is very different than toad in the hole that
we think of
here.
Ours
in the
is
United
like
States.
Bread with a egg fried in it.
Yep, that's what we
What is
put.
theirs? I don't remember.
Theirs is more like sausages with pancake batter over the top, something similar to pancake batter. And you put the sausages in and you fried them up, and then you poured this batter on top of it, and it just made kind of almost like a Dutch pancake. You know how the Dutch babies, they call them.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. You just put it all in the pan, put it in the oven, and it cooked away. And so not quite what we like to eat here, but it did work. Did
you ever
exactly
make
like I said.
that?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I made it once, and we were just not a fan of it. I don't know if there's anything else we've done with the UPan.
I don't think I have. Anything
besides hot dogs and bratwurst, and we've done all those things, but the stuff that's obviously for
what it was designed
it's basically
for.
A sausage pan.
That's what it was designed for, but it was like
we like multi-use things. So we're trying to be creative.
I don't have very many single-use items in my products in my house.
Yep, but it's a nice little pan.
Yeah,
and we do have 2 freeze dryers.
Yes,
you have a Stay Fresh, and I have the Harvest Right. And we've had them over a year now. I'm not using mine because of the season. And we're in the middle of Christmas here, and so I don't have time to.
No, I don't have time to do it.
But I have a freezer full of broth. I really want to do the broth.
Yeah, I would. I suppose I have a can. It almost seems a waste to open a can.
It does after you've preserved it that way. But anyway, we do have 2 freeze dryers. And the other thing we have is an Avid Armor chamber vac. That thing is handy dandy. I know you love
I use the
jar
food saver. Yep.
But the Avid Armor allows us to put, we make cheese curds here.
Yes.
And bagging stuff is really handy. Being able to seal it in a bag.
Well, to
inside
seal
that
wet
chamber.
stuff too, you don't get it all in it, do you?
Right.
See, that would be the only thing. Because like when I do like a wet chicken or corn with the food saver, it's like, it's a pain. Because you got to be careful that you don't suck all that up into your motor.
No, this takes care of all of that. And it actually, you can put smaller jars in vacuum sealed jars inside the chamber as well. It also has an attachment to do jars.
Oh, okay. Just like the food saver.
Yep. But you can you can't do, I think you can only do up a pint. I can't remember. I know a half gallon we actually use the freeze dryer to do the half gallons. But we use it basically for cheese. I mean, it works beautifully for
vacuum sealing your cheeses.
Yep, for the cheeses, it's absolutely marvelous. One product we haven't had a chance to use yet, and that's the Magi Dome geodesic.
We haven't set it up anywhere.
Yeah, we got, I think, 3 kits, if I remember right. And it comes from Canada. We are hoping to put up a chicken coop out here with 1 set.
Yeah, we didn't get them early enough in the fall.
Right. And I know Rich was talking about possibly doing some when it snows. But for some reason,
Minnesota
it has decided not to snow this year for Minnesota.
We're going to have a brown Christmas.
Yes, we're going to have brown Christmas. We're probably going to have a very wet Christmas.
Yes.
Last year we were getting rain and snow and sleet and all kinds of things right before Christmas. And this year we're just getting rain. And it is very wet out here on the farm.
Out here on the farm.
It's very muddy. In fact, I wouldn't let one of our dogs go out and help get the cows tonight for chores because I didn't want to clean her up. I'm too tired. And so she was very disappointed with that. But it is just really wet. In fact, we have fog. We've had fog since this morning sometime. And you said it was still out there when you came over here tonight.
Actually, I missed your driveway.
Yeah.
I missed the driveway. It's like,
so
wait, that's their mailbox.
Hopefully the Magi Dome will be able to, if it ever snows, maybe Rich will try to put something together. I'm not sure. I don't know what we're going to exactly do yet, depending on the weather here. But if nothing else, we'll start in the spring. Yeah, when it starts to warm up.
Yeah, it would be nice to have for you to have a new chicken coop.
Yes, my chickens. Yeah,
your chicken coop is
not. Yeah, it's on its last leg, and maybe only half a leg. I'm not sure, but it's in bad shape, and they really deserve to have something a little bit better for living critters. And you can find more information about the Magi Dome at magidome.com, and they make all kinds of stuff out of these little bracket things or whatever. It's a very interesting concept, and it's going to be exciting to try and use it.
Because we were like trying to scheme, how could I put one in town? And it's like,
just can't.
I'm limited on I've used up my space in town that I can't put another building on my lots.
That's how it is for you, but hopefully we'll be able to use them out here.
Yeah, out here we can put them up.
And I think that is it. I mean, we did a few other things. Oh, look!
Hey, this is pretty good for us.
Our timer just went off, and I think I had it set for 20 minutes. I think it was, and so that's probably not too bad. Anything else you can think of, Jamie?
No, thank you guys. I'm still kind of blown it. Being the creator, it's like I'm still blown away that people actually want to hear what we have to say. And so it's like, thank you for allowing us to come on here and to tell you, everybody gains their own wisdom in their life of their, practicalities, your skills, life experiences, and not very many people get to pass that on. No, maybe to your kids or maybe to a few people around you. But with this, we're able to pass it on to other people. Because even still at my age, I'm still learning from other people.
I am still
learning. I think I'm 59
too.
years old and I'm like going on YouTube going, how do you do this? Let me find something.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to find something today than it is when we started.
Yep. I'm like going, I learned how to can with a book.
I learned how to butcher a chicken. I think I printed it off of the internet, and I had it all laid out in front of me as I butchered this poor rooster in the basement of our city house. And I had like 10 pieces of paper laying in front of me, and I think Rich said it took me like an hour and a half to butcher this poor chicken. But he tasted good.
Yeah. Yeah. So learning as much, between podcasts, YouTube videos, TikTok stories on Facebook, Instagram. It is really easy to learn a skill nowadays.
Yep, it sure is.
And I'm thankful to be part of that, teaching people how to do things that we can pass our knowledge on to.
Yep. And we're always willing to share our knowledge, and we're more than willing to learn as well. We have a few more products coming that we'll be reviewing. So you can look forward to that. I think that's about it. So I think we'll call it a night. Call it a year.
Call it a year.
Call it a year.
And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. Bye. We'd like to give a special thank you to PeteCoSupply.com for sponsoring our podcast. So until next time.
Put some kefir on it.
Thank you for listening to the Homestead Podcast's latest episode. Your hosts, Carol Radke and Jamie Kappas, are Two Gals Homesteading. To learn more, go to twogalshomesteading.com or the Two Gals Homesteading Facebook page at facebook.com/twogalshomesteading. Editing, audio production, and marketing of the Homestead Podcast is the responsibility of Media Trendsex. The Homestead Podcast is an audio product of Media Trendsex, a limited liability company, based in Minnesota, USA.